DJI Air 2S. I wanted to say Mavic, but it doesn't have the word Mavic in it. They dropped that. So the DJI Air 2S is en route because of all of the shipping delays. You know, the carriers that carry the mail and the boxes as well. A lot of those are super behind. So hopefully I get it ASAP because I'm ready to get the Air 2S. It's going to be a yes, yes, yes. I have a feeling it's going to be the best drone yet. So if you haven't ordered your Air 2S yet, head on over to epicdroneshow.com and click buy a drone. Malachi, welcome aboard. Hey, Malachi. Malachi is a great guy. Malachi is here at almost every live show, which is incredible. And not just live shows, but dude, you're commenting on the videos and doing everything. So that's awesome. So always good to have you here, Malachi. And again, this is just a casual walking around show. You know, no fancy camera tricks, no fancy microphone, no studio. We're just walking through a parking lot. I mean, pretty much, you know, as bare bones as you can get, but you still got a live show. And that's what this is. So out here trying to reduce my gut. You know, got kind of fat because of the pandemic. So good way to get rid of fat, man, is get out and walk, get out and hike, ride a bike, you know, whatever. You know, do it all, you know, get some exercise. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm broadcasting live. No reason to not broadcast live. Monetize that walk. Hybrid Life, watching from Mayo. Are you on a sandwich? What are you? You're in a sandwich? You're watching from between two pieces of bread? Mayo. Welcome, Hybrid Life. Maleebs, that sounds like my name. My name is Malik, but it's pronounced Malik. 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 Is Malik correct? Hybrid Life says, LOL, hospital, I go to school. Yep. If you don't know Hybrid Life, Brad, welcome. Brad, the shipping thing, I'll call them like it is. FedEx is dragging their tail. FedEx has not gotten the drone to my doorstep yet. It's FedEx's fault. Yes, it is. I am fed up with FedEx. And hopefully they'll get it here in a reasonable amount of time, but it's irritating because, you know, if I'd had another shipping option, I would have chosen it. But, yeah, welcome aboard, Brad. Malik, awesome. Awesome, pronounced it correctly. And then the Mayo is actually the Mayo Clinic. And that's where Hybrid Life is. Hybrid Life is he's gonna be a neurosurgeon. That's a pretty technical field, man. Got to be able to operate on people's minds. Yes, you do. So he's at the Mayo Clinic. Tuning in from the Mayo Clinic. So I probably got some pretty intelligent in this live stream, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah. Got to watch out for traffic, man. You get that the sun shining, they can't see what's going on. It's kind of scary. Brad loves his DJI Air 2S. That's great, man. That's great. I am stoked. So far, from your experience with the Air 2S, do you think that the 1-inch sensor in it, does it provide as good or better performance than the 1-inch sensor in the Mavic 2 Pro? Does the autofocus work? And if so, does it work acceptably well? Or is it kind of lackluster, like the kind of hit or miss, like the autofocus for Mavic 2 Pro was? You know, I had to get consistently excellent results with the Mavic 2 Pro, had to use manual focus. So, you know, just something to ponder there. Awesome. So who else out there is getting Brad's already got the Air 2S. Who else is getting the Air 2S? And, you know, if you if you hadn't gotten it yet, man, head on over to epicdroneshow.com and click buy a drone, and you can find, I just got the basic Air 2S without the Fly More kit, but you can find the basic Air 2S as well as the Fly More and all kinds of accessories, and obviously all the other drones too. So, man, feels good out here burning some fat. I've already burned an estimated 61 calories, but I probably consumed about 1,500 calories for dinner. So, it takes a lot of walking, and you can't just walk like every other day. You got to walk every day, and you got to walk a lot, and you got to go to the gym, and you got to try to eat healthy. But if you just eat whatever you want to eat, you got to walk a lot. And, talking also burns calories. So not only am I walking, but I'm talking, and it's pretty cool. So, it's perfect, the combo meal deal here. So, yeah. So what else is new? I mean, obviously on the drone front, we got Air 2S. What are y'all excited about? Anybody going to watch the Apple event tomorrow? Tomorrow's 420. And tomorrow is when Apple's hosting their event. Rumors suggest that we probably will see a new iPad, probably iPad Pro. Rumors strongly suggest that we'll probably see Apple AirTags, which is the new device you can attach to various items and locate it. And rumors also suggest, and what I'm excited about, is the possibility of the new Apple Silicon iMac, Apple Silicon iMac. And allegedly, the Apple Silicon iMac will probably be available in a bunch of different colors. And to make it better, it's probably going to have an even better display than what was already awesome that we've seen for a few years in the 27-inch iMac. That 5K Retina. Allegedly, it may have a better display, and it may even have a larger display. It may have something bigger than 27 inches. And it goes without saying, the design, this will be the first visual redesign of the iMac in several years. Not just the color, but the overall design of the unit is going to be completely refreshed. So I'm excited. And somebody just ran a stop sign, man. And see, that's why you don't trust anyone. When you're walking, I'm live streaming, but I'm constantly situationally aware because you don't know what's going to come after you. But the Apple event tomorrow, the 420 Apple event, is going to be great. And I am stoked. I tell you, if they release or unveil, it may not be available for immediate purchase, but if it is, and if not, as soon as it is, I'm going to be picking up the new iMac, and that'll become my primary studio video editing Mac, and then that'll probably replace the Mac Mini, which I may repurpose it. I may repurpose the Mac Mini to do some just kind of like set up a file server and that sort of stuff. So, it'll still provide value. And it's an awesome and blazing fast computer. But, my in-the-field computer will be what it is now, and that's the MacBook Air M1. And then my studio computer, as soon as it comes out, will be the iMac with Apple Silicon. So, that's going to be super exciting. And tomorrow's going to be a big day. Apple seldom disappoints, and actually, has Apple ever disappointed? I mean, I know there's been launch events where you were expecting one thing and they didn't really deliver exactly what you wanted, but they still delivered something that a lot of consumers wanted, and that was a huge win. So it is what it is. And I'm excited. I can't wait. I love Apple products. And yeah, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, they're overpriced. Yeah, in the early days, that was kind of the situation, because most people were accustomed to building their own PCs, customizing them however they wanted to. And obviously that was something that could be done a lot more affordably than doing buying an off-the-shelf Mac, because Macs are typically a lot more expensive. So, with that being said, now with the Apple Silicon, and what's, a lot of people don't think about, the Apple Silicon's faster than even the fastest Intel Macs. Obviously Apple's going to abandon Intel CPUs, but not only is it faster, not only is it cooler, but it's also a lot more affordable. So I hope that trend continues. I hope that, since Apple's, segued back to their own silicon, that hopefully they will keep the price point palatable. And the thing is, even if Apple releases ultra super duper high end Macs, let's say they do an Apple Silicon Mac Pro, who would even need that? I mean, with the entry level Apple Silicon computers that are out now, the Mac Mini and the MacBook Pro 13 and the MacBook Air, the performance of those, from my hands-on experience, and I own the MacBook Air and the Mac Mini M1, those two Apple Silicon machines, man, they grossly trump the performance of any Intel Mac that I've ever owned or used. So, if Apple actually does release an Apple Silicon, say Mac Pro or something like that, it's probably going to be so insanely powerful that, for most users, even including, large businesses, would they even need that extra processing power? So it could easily become a situation where Apple kind of steps back and they say, look, we're going to keep our, they may say they're going to keep their product line a little bit slimmer. Maybe they just do the iMac, don't even deal with iMac Pro, don't even worry about iMac Pro. Maybe they do MacBook Air, which is my favorite because it's so small and so lightweight, but it still screams. And then maybe the Mac Pro, Mac Pro, at least now, unless you wanted a larger screen, I couldn't see, unless they overhaul the design and give the Mac Pro some features that the MacBook Air doesn't have. Aside from a larger screen, when the 15 or 17 inch or 16 inch MacBook Pro Apple Silicon comes out, I don't know why I would want that. Because the MacBook Air M1 and the Mac Mini M1 is more than powerful enough, and I edit 4K video all the time. So Kyle C, welcome. All right, dudes party. Yeah, welcome aboard as always. Good to have you here. Super duper. So Kyle, what are you up to? You think about drones, about tech? You're going to watch the Apple event tomorrow, the Apple launch event on 420, the 420 event. Are you going to watch that? Bunch of good stuff going on. So it's, it is what it is. And, man, it's a good exercise here. Fatso's already walked about a mile. It only burned about 115 calories, but I'm going to start picking it up. My goal by the end of summer is to just get ripped back up, and I can do it. I just got to get back in the gym and try to eat less unhealthy food. And a secret, man, you cut out soda. Just drink you some water, unsweet tea, which means it doesn't have sugar in it. And then maybe on the weekends, treat yourself to some scotch, some single malt whiskey, and just do that with maybe an ice cube or two and maybe a splash of water. You're rocking and rolling, man. If you want to try to lose weight, You know, it's a good way to do it. Kyle says, water and green tea, bro, Namath. Water and green tea. You know, I'm funny, man. I do green tea, and I can do regular tea. You know, black tea, I do black tea all the time. But if I do the green tea, it makes me jittery. It's just something that doesn't jive with me. So, you know, I can't do green tea, and I can't do, you know, those Red Bull energy drinks. Can't do those. So, I don't know, just certain things don't mix. They don't jive well. But I hear a lot of people who say green tea is great because green tea contains a lot of antioxidants. So, you know, that's a good quality to have. You know, if you can drink something that is high in antioxidants, you know, that's typically always a good thing. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's for entertainment purposes only, it's probably a good thing. So, yeah. Yeah, man, it's going to be a fun week. I can't wait till 420 tomorrow. I'm stoked about the Apple launch event, but I'm even more stoked about my Air 2S, my DJI Air 2S that's coming from epicdroneshow.com, y'all. Yep. We got Paul Allen. He says he's watching live from Derry in Northern Ireland. Awesome, man. I bet you have some really good Irish whiskey over there because you're in Ireland. So what do you prefer? Do you prefer the Irish whiskey or the Scotch whiskey? What's the best? I know which one I prefer, but I want to know what you prefer. There's a phone cable. That's network. That's RJ45, and there was an RJ11 beside it. Interesting. Brad says Scotch. Yeah, you can't beat Scotch. And Paul says it has to be Irish. Let me ask you this. And of course, I'm in the United States. So, in your opinion, what's the best? If I like the Macallan, I like the Macallan Scotch. If you were going to tell me, okay, drink an Irish whiskey, what would you tell me? What would you tell me to drink? And Brad says, I've been to the Giant's Causeway before in Northern Ireland. Awesome, man. That's on my to-do. When all this virus stuff goes away and get on an airplane without having to wear a mask, I'm going to be all about it, man. I'm going to get in an airplane and go overseas, man. Travel abroad. That's right. Get in that airplane and fly around. So, oh, man. Yeah, that seems like a cool place. Got a lot of people from Ireland that watch this show. That's really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, yeah. Communications. Wonder what's in there. Hello. Who knows? There's something in there, and I bet it talks. Communications. That's what's so important, man. Communications. A lot of people, today's world, communications is kind of taking a back burner. You know, I think there's a growing need for people with quality communication skills. There's a growing need for people with just common sense in general, and not just common sense in business, but common sense in all walks of life. That's what society needs right now. Yes, they do. So, yep, it's beautiful weather. Yes, it is. So with that being said, we got an Apple event. We got new DJI Air 2S. What else? What else is exciting, y'all? What else is... Kyle says, common sense, not so common. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, society is doomed, man. There's no, what used to be... Well, here's the thing. Here's what happened to common sense. It used to exist, and basically what happened is that something called political correctness came in, and now if people say they have common sense, then other people will say, well, you don't have common sense. That's, and then they'll try to turn it into an argument and start the political correctness debate. And, political correctness is just something that destroys society. It's really dumbs society down. People can't say what is on their mind. They can't say that because, they got to think about it. Like if I went over and tried to pick some of that grass right now off the ground, somebody would troll me and say, dude, you shouldn't pick the grass because did you know that such and such insect lives in that grass, or something like that. Or if I try, you go out and you get mud on your car or your truck, and you start washing your car or your truck, and then they say, dude, don't do that. I'm like, why is that? Because that soap could harm whatever. Those are just a few examples of political correctness. And then you see a cover in the ground, like a manhole cover, that like covers where you can go under the street and repair stuff. You're like, dude, you can't call it a manhole. I'm like, man, it's just that society is just so stupid. Not overgeneralizing, but yeah, it's pretty accurate statement, I think. So, but anyway, we're not stupid here on this channel, because that's what this channel is all about, is speaking the truth and having no filter. And there's no need for political correctness on this channel. The only thing that I ask is that, you keep all comments appropriate for all age groups. And, obviously stay away from any sort of discriminatory speech or anything like that. There's no room for that anywhere. So, keep it clean, keep it appropriate for everyone, and just tell everybody how it is. That's the main thing. Don't have a filter, and don't feel like, oh, I'm on this channel, I can't say what I want to say. No, this is freedom of speech, and it always will be. It'll always exist here on the Irish Guys Adventure channel. No matter how much the governments throughout the world may want to take away our freedom of speech, this channel will always allow freedom of speech. So, just another incentive to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it's a channel where you can speak freely and not have to worry about somebody, like, well, you can't say that, So, yeah, it's just good to have y'all here. It really is. It is good stuff. And closed my exercise ring on my Apple Watch, so that's always good. I've been about 1.5 miles so far during this live show. Nothing too intense. Still got my gut, but it'll go away. That's why I'm walking. I gotta be politically correct. I just implied am I fat? Did I offend myself? I don't know. But see, that's the problem with political correctness. If one realizes that, they're a little bit chubby and they want to lose some weight, let them do it. And if they want to incentivize that weight loss with, I'm fat, I need to lose some weight. Say it like it is. I'm not going to come out and say, well, and try to dumb it down and be like, make it all politically correct and say, well, I'm weight challenged or something like that. No, I'll call it like it is. I ate too much, I got fat, and I'm gonna do a lot more exercise and lose weight, get ripped again. That's how it is. No need to be cryptic and say this, that, and the other. Just say it like it is. Got fat, trying to lose some weight. But, again, and everybody's got their own techniques. My technique is I take 2 fingers and I put it in the side of my dress pants. And if I could put 2 fingers on the left side and 2 fingers on the right side concurrently, which means at the same time, and it fits and it's not too tight, then that means that I'm not too fat. But if either of the hands, the 2 fingers of my left hand or the 2 fingers of my right hand, start to feel too snug, then that's an indication that, hey, I got to exercise more, or I've got to eat less. Option number 2 is not going to work for me. I'm going to eat whatever I want. So option number 1 is exercise more, and that's what I do. So, just keep whatever your weight preference is, whether you like to be really ripped or you want to just eat what you want to eat and not be too fat, or maybe you want to be fat. Maybe that's your goal. You can choose to respond to your own needs or wants. If you want to be fat, go for it. If you want to be thin, go for it. If you want to be ripped, get a very good athletic physique, do it. Do what you want to do. And that's all that matters. Because if you do what you want to do, then you're happy. And, you're doing what you want to do. Nobody's telling you what to do. You're making your own decisions. And if you want to eat the most disgusting, just like, they got the caloric warning on the menu at the fast food drive-thru. If you want to eat that combo, and you want to order the extra dessert, you go for it. Don't bow down for society and be like, well, you can't do that. That's what really makes me mad. I don't eat a lot of fast food because that's not my preference. I like to cook my own stuff and eat whatever I want to eat. But, on occasion I'll get some fast food. But now, you go to fast food restaurants in the United States and they've got those little things up there. You go in the app, it'll say, this meal is X number of calories. Who cares? I don't care. But that's the problem. It's like they've got to post this stuff now. And I guess, I could kind of agree with that, because if someone was unaware, and a lot of things are not deceptive, but a lot of things would shock you if you didn't really, because see, I did a lot of research when it came to food. And, I was one of these in the past that, I assumed, okay, I go to this fast food restaurant or whatever kind of restaurant, I order a salad. That's going to be healthy. It's got a lot of lettuce. It's probably got some grilled chicken on it. Now, here's the thing. If you look at a salad with the lettuce and some cheese and grilled chicken, and you don't add dressing or any of the croutons or anything like that, it can be pretty healthy. Or if you add a vinaigrette type dressing, there's a lot of vinaigrettes that add a minimal amount of unhealthiness to that salad. So you can eat a salad, but the thing is, most of them by default, you look at the amount of calories that's in that dressing, just one small packet. That's the difference. You can get one pack of dressing on most salads, and you can match or trump the total calorie count of like a cheeseburger and fry and Coke type combo. So, you don't have to do anything, but, you should be aware of some things that you think are healthy really aren't. So, just a few things to be aware of. That rant's just because I've been walking for 35 minutes and I've only burned 207 calories, but, that's good. I'll do some hardcore hiking and burn a lot more. But most importantly, y'all, tomorrow is 420. And 420 means that it is the Apple launch event. So tune into my channel tomorrow. I'm going to try to do a live show tomorrow evening and talk about the Apple launch event, and hopefully have my DJI Air 2S. Can't wait to get that, unbox it, field test it, answer your questions, and most importantly, have fun. So thanks for your viewership. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned. Got a lot more shows coming soon, and a lot of shows from the studio. This is just a casual walk around and ramble on type show, but yeah, there's a lot of good stuff, y'all. Thanks as always. Be safe, and see y'all next time. Have a good one. Honk honk.